Okay, I went in and out of my deck a lot to get to this point in this thing, so I'm going to conjoin the intro and the outro. So this is all just going to be the beginning. I've already played, which gave me a lot of information of what to expect because there's a lot going on here. So this is standard Pauper. I started as a blue-black deck with a bunch of removal, and I was just getting trampled by the mono white and the mono red deck, which seemed to be 90% of my matchups. Sometimes I saw a green player playing like green ramp or something. But because of that, these two cards ended up coming in, and they were really, really good. Again, this is standard Pauper, not regular Pauper. These two just brick wall a lot of things, and this one in particular is just super good against mono red, and it kind of has to die every time it resolves, and it replaces itself. So it felt really good. The white removal feels better than the black removal in this format, and Healer's Hawk felt like a like this feels kind of like a what is ill-gotten inheritance where you just instead of for 4 mana you just do it for 1 mana and you just steal 1 life a turn, and that can just get people, especially in a really slow bricked up wall in the middle where no one can swing. So I really like this. There's a couple other flyers that are interesting as well, but I mean, I went through so many iterations and I finally got to something that actually had a positive win rate. It took a while. It was like an hour of getting totally trampled, but this ended up being pretty good. Again, the gameplay is going to be after this time. But yeah, standard Pauper is pretty cool. It is unfortunate that there are so many like red decks. It's just kind of lame, right? Like it's cool to have one in the format. It's just like every other opponent is doing the same thing. It's a little rough out there, but it's still a cool format. I haven't played it that much, and I do plan on playing more of it while it's here. And on top of that, we have the Ninja Turtle set that just came out. Um, I will probably play some of the Ninja Turtles, right? Like some of the commanders are kind of interesting of the amount that I looked at. I haven't looked at the entire set, but it does kind of feel like I'm just playing Fortnite TCG and I want to play with actual magic cards in the game that I actually like to play, right? So I just kind of want to play that. It would be a lot different if it was like the Omen Path set, which I thought was a really cool idea to just have, a set where or a space where the Spider-Man set was an actual magic set that has actual Magic the Gathering cards in it. so um so it is kind of cool that they did that, but it didn't happen this time. So I don't know how much of Ninja Turtles I want to play. I really don't want to play any of it, but I'm sure for the sake of being a slave to YouTube and Twitch and streaming and stuff and making content, this new content, I might as well check some of it out. It isn't the worst thing. It's not like I dislike it. I just don't find it interesting. It doesn't appeal to me. But it doesn't like I don't get a visceral reaction when I look at it. It just I'm not interested. It doesn't feel like I'm playing the game I set out to play for the day. But that's a different ramble. But I guess I'll plant it there because the set came out today. I wasn't even following when Ninja Turtles was going to come out. Apparently, it was today. I just wasn't paying attention to it because again, I do not care at all. I would not be upset if I missed it. I don't even know if I'm going to get the Mastery Pass. Just not really invested at all in that set personally, whatsoever. So that is that. But I will. It's nice that this came out at the same time. So at least with the first few days of the Ninja Turtle existence, there's a format that I really like. Something I really do not care about came out at the same time. Something I care about the most, which is Pauper. Did not expect Pauper today, and it's cool to be standard. I like the standard vibe. If it wasn't for like cranial plating or whatever the crazy one is, living weapon, the affinity deck kind of like snuffs out the historic Pauper vibe for me. I even kind of like the Bant hexproof one, but the affinity really just kind of it's not eh. I wish they would do something about that one card, but it's a temporary format, so they never will ever change the rules or ban anything unless they make it an actual format, and I don't expect that. Uh, but yeah, so if you're interested in Ninja Turtle stuff enough, let me know. I don't have a disdain for it. I just don't care about it, right? I mean, there was a point where they said, if you don't like, if a product isn't for you, don't engage with it. I was like, yeah, I don't. That's kind of weird from a company perspective to say that. Like, oh, if it's not for you, buy the next thing we sell. Sure, yeah, it kind of goes without saying. It's just a little weird that now I just can't avoid it because it's in every single format ever. They're like standard legal cards. I can't just not. I can't opt out like they said like just 2 years ago you could opt out. Um, and that was fine, right? I never had a problem with like The Walking Dead. If you like Rick, go for it. I don't care. I don't have a I don't dislike Spider-Man. I just don't care. I set out to play Magic in Magic cards in Magic things. Some of the Ninja Turtle sets cards have what looks like mirror tokens. They're like 1/1 robots. It's kind of weird because it feels like the layout is there for it to have effectively just been a Kamigawa set. So if they had like a Kamigawa skin for these cards, it would be kind of cool, right? But I can't get around. There's one that's in particular. Now I'm just totally rambling. No, I'm totally rambling. But there was one card. Let's see if I can't find it. Okay, I couldn't find it. I don't know if it's going to come out later or something. But there's like a pizza cutter sword, and I think it's the green, and I think it's protection from green and white. So feast and hearth and home. I think it's sort of hearth. It's just like a pizza cutter. That one seems particularly insane to me. Like that one seems crazy, and these are weird too. I like what? That's just crazy to me. These are way less egregious, but it's still just like New York. I rather don't I just don't want to play with New York lands. I want to play with like it's just New York. I don't know. I mean, if it's your thing, go for it. But it's just like, what is this? It's not nearly as bad as this. But this is still like from a distance, it looks like a Kamigawa thing that's set in like the 2010s instead of Neo something Neo City with technology everywhere. But it's still just weird to me. But I mean, yeah, the pizza land's crazy. But yeah, the pizza cutter sword apparently is not in the game. I don't know where it is. It might be one of the commander sets or something for the Ninja Turtles because I don't see it here, and this is where it would be as far as I'm aware. Oh, actually, maybe if I looked somewhere else. Hold on. Okay. It could be that thing, which is another thing I could ramble on about, where like certain cards don't show up in the list filter. Like if you click this, there are some cards that are a part of like the EDH thing and they're not here. So you can't find them when you search for the new cards with the filter. You have to go here, you have to type set, and then you have to know the set code. Uh, for some reason, everyone in my chat just knows them off the top of their head. I don't know. Maybe they're just Googling it, which is it's just kind of what you have to do. I don't know the set code, but there's like random commander cards that come out with every set, and it's hard to find them, right? In fact, there was a couple cards that I didn't even know existed. This happens all the time, but there was one that was very crazy. I wish I remember which one it was. But after I had realized it was in the game, I started to see it more and more and more as more people knew it had been in the game for a while. So that was really, I wish they would change that and just make it so every single set ever is here somewhere, right? Just even if it has like 5 cards in it, just give me the code list so I know where they are when I'm trying to search for new things that when I click the new thing, it doesn't show up with the other new things. It's kind of weird. It's actually very strange. But yeah, it looks like the pizza cutter sword is not here. But that one in particular, if ever anything gave me a visceral reaction, is probably that one. But all in all, I don't have a disliking towards it. I just don't care. With that being said, there were some pretty ideal Pauper cards from that set that I saw today played against, which are cool. I had looked at some of the Pauper cards from the new set that would fit here, but I just, tried and true, as controlling as I can get to begin with is what I'm going to do. And That's what I did. So yeah, this pile of cards, I really like this. This is just when this is good, I am having the time of my life. When this is like a thing you can play and expect it to do something, I'm having the time of my life. But yeah, so can recommend this if you want to play the Pauper thing. This did work. It kind of did a good job against the red decks and the white decks that are all just beat down, play the on curve nonsense. And it had a pretty decent chance to beat everything else because there's so much removal and you could just get rid of everything until you finally find a terror and close the game out really fast. It does not take long once you have one of these. That was probably the biggest pain point, was just not having a second crazy threat. There was like a 20-minute game I played, and the Tolarian Terror order in my deck cost me a game because I didn't get to them fast enough. They were like, two of them were the bottom 5 cards or something, and I lost. But if they were any higher, I would have won. So another crazy threat would be nice. I just really couldn't find one. There is this affinity thing. I think it has literally affinity on it. Yeah, this thing. I wasn't in this department per se when it came to my deck, but this is another very interesting one that I saw a few times. I don't think I've ever really played it myself, but I'm sure you can, and knowing me, I will find a way to put this next to this. I'm sure there's a way to do that. Like, Deduce technically discounts both by 1 if you don't crack the clue. Inspector, you just don't crack the clue. It's a lot harder to, have both work, but we like a challenge, right? And again, it took me like an hour to start actually winning games because where I started, I was getting totally trampled until I discovered the legendary 1-3. But yeah, so that's that. That's my mixed and matched back and forth about the deck I played and how I feel about Ninja Turtles. Again, if you want me to play them, I will. It's not like I look at them and want to throw up or anything. I just don't care. I did buy packs of it, though. I did buy packs of it. So, all right, that's that. So, let me know what you thought about this deck and Ninja Turtles, I suppose. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. This is the first island I have seen. I think I'm playing another medic here. Blue-red. Interesting. I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen. When you cast a non-creature, this was... Sure. That's not looking for. Not that it's bad or anything. I guess I just swing. I'll swing with one of them. Yeah, we can swing with one of them. That's fine. And I will block. It's only plus... Oh, it is +3, so I only need 1 spell. And of course I have a spell. As if I'm... I mean, I literally redraw, right? I do draw. Whenever a creature becomes tapped, draw, then discard. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's not play Terror, because I can just do a bunch of other things this turn instead that I like slightly more. Unfortunately, this 3-3 lines up pretty not great against this 0-4. But hey, it's still there, right? It still does something. And I think it's worth it to just swing to gain 1 life. That could just be significant over the course of this game. I would probably double block in this spot. I'd almost certainly double block here. even in the face of burst lightning. So yeah, again, I'm not playing terror. I will swing with this 1/3. I will swing with it. I just want the life. If you burst lightning it, it's literally the same, right? Like if you cast opt or something, I'm still getting my card. This card has been really impressive. It's kind of unassuming. Okay, let's play nothing, because we have this. Well, that's a I must do something about it kind of attack with this 3/3. Oh, I'm so happy that this is good. I'm so happy this is worth dealing with. This just makes me happy. Alright, let's take out one of these. Or rather, try to do that. I have seen 0 counter spells in this format yet. Almost every deck has not really played anything I would want to negate. Okay, this is not a counter spell, but, you know, it acts the same. What does that do? I didn't read it. Haste. When this creature dies this turn. Oh, okay, so all they did was push damage with it. That is reasonable. Alright, oh, they're down to a few cards, but so am I, to be fair. Okay. Yeah, sure, why not? I love these 3/3s. I'm actually in love right now. So double block one of these and chump that. Oh, I should not do that. I should not do that. Let's do this. Okay, not the most exciting, but my opponent also has that same kind of card in play. I wonder if I reminded them they had it. Probably not. I'm sure they're aware. Well, I'm outdrawing them. Terror's doing the thing it's supposed to do. They say good game, but didn't concede. Interesting. Or I'll crack the other land as well. Alright, that was pretty neat. There was really only one card in my opponent's deck that felt genuinely threatening. They saw half their deck. It was just that 0/4. The rest of the creatures didn't seem super scary to me. I like the rest of their deck, though. But yeah, it seemed like a kiln, all-in pseudo Kiln Fiend strategy, kind of. It's probably right to play this one first, right? You can actually attack. That does not exile it. Huh. Okay. I don't think I'm upset with what just happened there. That is not a deal damage land. Okay, my opponent's doing their own thing. I don't think I've seen this before. Can't attack unless you control another artifact. Okay. Yeah, we can take time to just dump these. Draw cards later. I feel like these are just as annoying as the thing that drew a card when it died, and they were willing to kill the one that draws a card when it dies. So. Sack it, get a 2/2. Discard a card, draw 2. Alright. So it replaces itself and another card in your hand with something else. It's not card advantage. What does that do? Enters or leaves, make a 1/1. Let's play this first. I mean, yeah, I'll take that. And I'm comfortable with playing a tap land this turn. So was my opponent. Alright, they have a bunch of 1/1s. How do you sack them? 3 damage to target creature. Well, that's stupidly annoying here. Okay, they got rid of the lightning bolt on it. I would just get rid of a 1/1. I'm not getting rid of the lightning bolt. I feel like the 3 damage is way too good to get up like that. These look like mirror tokens, but they're not. They're just generic robot tokens? Huh. That's so weird to me. So weird. Like, oh, you have the foundation of something that could make like an actual Magic set, but the mirror tokens that are in New York now. Oh, the blowout is real. Beautiful. Blowout is real. Love it. Did not expect that. Did not at all expect that. If that was how they were going to swing, I wonder if I should have swung with the medic. Oh man, that was just so dirty. It was such a dirty blow. But to be fair, a lot of the tokens didn't go down cards because the tokens came from other cards. I'm alternating between the mono red deck and the mono white deck as opponents. Oh, the mold has been broken. Oh my goodness, please let this 3/3 actually be good too. So far it looks like it's decent. Fun I had to read it. Beautiful. What the heck is that? Only 2 other artifact creatures. So should probably focus on not dying to that. Oh, I can't though. Because it's got Vigilance. Man, Vigilance has been pretty good against these removal spells, huh? Well, I mean, the 3/3 is still doing what I want it to, I guess. What does that do? Control artifact. I think I'm just playing the medic. And I guess this too. Apparently there's a 1-minute spell over there. I'm telling you, these 3/3s are just gaining so much life over the course of the game. If there's a protection spell, there's problems, but... What is this? It's 3 mana... Flying Vigilance. I wonder if I should play that. The fact that I'm contemplating that goes to show how, like... interesting this format is so far. Other than the 2 decks I see over and over. Okay, this is a time to deal with this. I did not see this one. 1 mana, 3, search library. Okay. Alright. Cool. I don't know if it's going in my deck, but I like it. Beautiful. Nothing was done. Let's see if we can find a land. Don't necessarily even really need one. I'm better off doing this. There could be some kind of counter. They didn't crack a clue token. I really think they should have cracked a clue token. They missed a land drop. Maybe this is better. I don't know. I don't know if the first 2 or the next 3, I don't... Oh, I think I'm cracking a clue token. Not gonna lie. Like, this could just wait, right? Sack an artifact. When you do, put a counter on target creature and draw. I mean, you might as well swing now, right? No? What are we waiting to swing with, if not now? I can't draw something good. Well, that's alright. I think we're just chilling. Same thing, sure. I feel like I would sack the infantry and just draw more, but it's not what's going on here. This is an odd time to swing. Okay. I'm here for it. Yeah, alright, what do you got? We have 1 blue mana. If there's a dive down, does it matter? No, it really doesn't matter when I cast this, right? Whether they protect it pre or post combat, I'm going to always cast this, so. Okay, that's not quite what I expected whatsoever. And it kills the 1/3 that draws instead of the 3/3. I don't know if I'm doing that. Let's do that, let's do this, let's do that. Let's pass. Okay, that just worked. What was that spell? It becomes a 4/3. They can't 2-for-1 me, so let's do that. Like if they cast it, it doesn't kill 2 of these. As far as I'm aware. Oh, wait, it's a different one. It's a different one. Oh, it always does kill. All right, never mind. Don't listen to me. Do not listen to me. It was always going to kill it anyways. Yeah, we can just redraw with that. That's what it's in the deck for. Looks like there's yet again another one. I should not have played that. I should have just cracked the clue token. Alright, well, drawing like anything would be cool. Come on, man. Is it 5 lands in a row, was that? Might have been 4. Come on. A little preposterous, don't you think? I'm going to force out that combat trick, because that's probably a good idea. Okay, they didn't cast it, assuming it's in their hand. Okay, alright, really? Okay, there's an actual card, the text on it. That kind of is good. I'm going to cast this now. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not. Holy lands. There and there. Affinity for artifacts can't be blocked. I have not seen this card yet. That's a problem. That doesn't help me, but I'm going to put it in my hand anyways. How much mana does it cost to activate? 6? Alright, well, here's hoping that last card isn't actually useful. Okay, it looks like it isn't. You block that. You block that. It can only make it a 4/3? Or a 5/4? How does this read? I gotta read it 8 times? Alright. Okay. Okay. Do this now. Okay. Ooh, maybe playing the... Yeah, should have played this land. End up drawing with it. 4/3 power toughness. Okay. Well, they didn't cast one. Yeah, I'm swinging with this. Have I had another terror die? Are they seriously just that low in my deck? I'm starting to feel the repercussions of drawing 5 lands in a row earlier. So this can be it's a 2/2. It gets +3 power. Just block like that. Oh, it's a Christmas miracle. It's a 2-turn clock, but it's not safe because of the 4/3 stat line thing. Oh, it's not a 2-turn clock. They have that. Oh, this could just be better than the deuce. Okay. Rex. Okay. Might as well put the 2-turn clock in play and say screw it. There's 2 Tolarian Terrors in the bottom 8. If I had one just slightly earlier, I think this game would have been way, way different too, which is just so annoying. Nothing I can do about it. I don't even know how many lands I have left. Can't play that, so deck out. That's just so unfortunate. Okay, wait, they took it. Wait, they took it. Hold on. Dead. Yep. If I full stop had another terror just 1 or 2 turns earlier, I actually win this game. That sucks. Yeah. Alright, well, GG's. That was a good game. Super crazy. It went 2 decking and every card mattered. That is insane. But yeah, if I just had one of these... we had 2 terrors in the bottom 8 cards. If one of them was slightly higher, look at my opponent's life total, look at the board state. I absolutely win this with just 1 more attack. Right? Just simply 1 more attack and we're chilling. Or I guess technically 2, but I don't think this would have been a part of the game had I played a terror earlier. Super close game, though. Super close. Yeah, alright. Alright. Herp Dirt deck I've seen 25 times. My opponent didn't even hesitate with my 1-3. Didn't even hesitate. And don't you love 1-minute combat tricks that leave behind creatures? Opt. Well, a land is a land is a land. Play this. Play this now to lower the cost of terror. Our creature. Let's start here. I will swing. Okay. Yeah. I should probably not swing with this because it doesn't change the clock. I mean, there's a bunch of creatures in there, so ideally they don't just draw only burn spells, right? That would be ideal. Yeah, I'll swing this time because I drew something. Alright, well, this is in play. They have to probably deal with this. Where they just have constant burn that... Where are the creatures? Draw a creature, please. Can we stop drawing burn spells? That'd be cool. Draw, like, actual creatures. That'd be great. Okay. Still dead to sporadic top decks from the opponent's deck. Is that... I mean, I guess I'll cast it, but... Alright, come on. Doesn't do it. Redraw. It is literally a redraw, yes. Looks like the last card is a combat trick. Which... Alright. We did it. We actually did it. I am fine with the tap land turn 1 here. There's no rush. Not sure if this is the same opponent. Could be. I don't remember. That is a 1/3 opponent. Oh, oh, pass. Pass! The stone wall is real, please. Yes! I love this. Oh, there's nothing on earth more satisfying than that exact thing happening. Have a 1/3 lifelink, your opponent's like, well, I can't play the game. Oh, this is just so beautiful. Oh, there's red. Uh-oh. 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 Ruh-roh. What's that? What's this? What's happening? Creature tag is short. Wait. Whenever you cast something, you get like a Kiln Fiend trigger, kind of? Okay. Alright. Ill-gotten inheritance. I am having the time of my life with these cards right now. Let's, I think we're passing. I might quick study. I might just crack this and opt. It's more efficient to quick study, I think. Oh, there's green. Okay. Anything is viable now. Anything is possible. I've not seen whatever is happening. White something stuff. That's a mana rock that exiles something? Well, I have this. What does this take? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They couldn't even take the thing that stops the attacks. Sure? What does that mean? Apparently it doesn't mean anything. That was not worth an attack to me. I don't think I'm swinging in that spot. I don't think I agree with that attack. This is good, but I think a land is better on average than this. Actually, no, to be real, this is actually really good here. I think that is good here. I can also just... Okay, I was about to say, I can also simply just draw a land anyways. So. Attacking's weird. They just swing back at me. It's really about my life total, not really my opponent's life total. At least in my opinion. In my humble onions. does that do? What does that do? +2/+2, reach. Alright, there goes ill-gotten inheritance. I could just blow up the equipment. I wonder if I should run all 5 of these? Or, yeah, 5. Yes. Totally. I know I play singleton formats, but come on. I know better than that. I wonder if I should play all 4 copies though. We're in no rush to do anything, I don't think. Are we in a rush? No. We're just chilling. I was looking for a land, but I don't have to find one right now. We're just kind of fine still. Petrify. Sure. I would have almost have petrified the 1/3. You do have reach here. It auto-taps the white mana, so there must be something that isn't white in hand. Another living weapon. Seems like mono living weapons is the idea here, I guess. I will trade with the medic, absolutely. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm gonna trade. That seems... And I kill my opponent's threat and draw a card and gain life. Oh, is that bad? Let's play this. Make the terror cheaper. I can do it again, but I can't guarantee I play terror. So I think running out of terror here is good. What does this one do? It is just a 3/2. Okay. This one is prowess, and this is reach. They don't, like, generate value. They do just give you a creature. What does that do? Create a 2/2 that gives 1/2 in flying. What does that do? Target creature and opponent controls can't block this turn. Alright, they can't use that, but it's still a 4/5 haste in the air. It doesn't matter. Okay, well, it would be ideal to find a land eventually here. It's been a few years. Do that. I think we're still just chilling. They could just block this because the equipment is irrelevant on this 4/3. This looks weird, but they're all in on something that gets around these. It's not like they're sitting back chilling with that 4/3 and it can't ever realistically swing. So you might as well move the stats. This isn't Vigilance, and I am winning this damage race. My opponent should recognize that. I do win this damage race. Okay, I guess not. Oh wait, they did. Oh, excuse me. First they... I thought they went into no blocks or something. Okay. Opponent does recognize that. Is there a blowout on an equipment? +3/+... There really is not a blowout on an equipment. I'm convinced that this is good, so I'm going to do it. Puts my opponent in, you must draw a card. Alright. Alright. A lot of equipment there. It turns all of your threats into scary things, but you don't generate a bunch of them. Did they play all unique ones? They didn't play the same one twice. This is pretty cool in this deck, because you can find the creature to keep putting equipment on. But if your singular creature is dealt with over and over, this is the difference between a deck like this and, say, Bant Hexproof. Hexproof just means the first creature is good enough, and you're chilling after that. I'm gonna keep it. I don't care. I really don't like to mulligan in this format. I mean, this is playable still. I got cards. We're on the draw. I think this is the same person I played against a second ago, who was again on the play. I think it is. I don't know, they're all the same. It's all like literally the exact same 60 cards. I will play the 3/3 first, because I'd rather that get soaked by some kind of removal spell and have the 1/3 linger around longer. Also, it blocks way more efficiently, so... But I'm never really upset when it soaks lightning strikes, which, to be fair, it has done that like every time I've played it against red. They just have the lightning strike. What does this do? Attacks the creature. Technically not a lightning strike, I guess. Someone said you could, like, mute your opponent's pet if you mute them. I don't like muting people, but this pet is kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a little annoying. Can't even click their pet. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna play around anything about it. They can kill it with the Firebrand. I guess that kind of changes my blocks. I could just block the Lackey over and over instead. Or we're just swinging with the Firebrand. Okay. Yeah, this is actually the first time against red where it actually stonewalled them, which, surprisingly enough, I thought it would do that a little bit more. But this is a huge problem for this deck, I feel. Right on the play again. Be a recurring theme here. Okay. I was trying to get him to cast a spell there. That is not something I have to cast right now, and I can draw a land. I did. Also, they didn't send the removal spell to the 1/3, which they probably now have to do that. Alright, get dunked on. Removal, 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 and we got there.